Namaskaram everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Let's Learn Together. I'll be bilingual. I'll use both English and Tamil. So today we are going to see about Gitams. Gitams வந்து பேசிக்ஸ் முடித்ததுக்கு அப்புறமா வரக்கூடிய ஒரு லெசன் நம்மளுடைய சங்கீத சம்பிரதாயத்தில், கர்நாடக சங்கீத சம்பிரதாயத்தில். அதுலேயும் பேசிக்ஸில் நம்ம கற்றுக்கிறது வந்து வெறும் சாமானிய கீதம்ஸ் தான். சாமானிய கீதம் அப்படின்னாக்கா இட் இஸ் ஆல் அபவுட் ஒன்லி the lyrics that will have about any specific god or goddesses, describing them or chanting their names and so on. Lakshana Gitams are the ones that will have specifications about the ragam that is being used for the Gitams. The lyrics portion will be of that. எந்த ராகத்தில் அந்த கீதம் அமைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கோ அந்த ராகத்தினுடைய தேவதை, அதனுடைய ஸ்வரூபம், ஆரோகணம், அவரோகணம், மூர்ச்சனா, இந்த மாதிரி பல விஷயங்கள், அந்த ராகத்தினுடைய பலன் ஆர் எந்த பொழுதில் விச் பார்ட் ஆஃப் தி டே த ராகா கேன் பி சங், அந்த மாதிரி பல டீட்டெயில்ஸ் இருக்கக்கூடிய கீதம் தான் லக்ஷண கீதம். பட் நம்ம இப்போ ஆரம்பத்தில் பார்க்க போகிறது ஒன்லி செட் ஆஃப் 9 கீதம்ஸ் தட் ஐ யூஸ்வலி டீச் மை ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், because those are the ones that form a base on which you can learn the other Gitams or musical forms that are available for us. இதற்கெல்லாம் இந்த கீதம்ஸ்லாம் கம்போஸ் பண்ணினது ஸ்ரீ புரந்தரதாசர், ஸ்ரீ பைடால குருமூர்த்தி சாஸ்திரிகள் போன்றவர்கள் இந்த கீதம்ஸ் கம்போஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கா. ஃபஸ்ட் கீதம் ஸ்ரீகணநாத. இந்த ராகம் மலஹரி. மலஹரி எவ்வளோ பியூட்டிஃபுல்லான ராகம் செலக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காரு ஸ்ரீ புரந்தரதாசர் ஃபார் இஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கீதம், ஆர் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தட் வி ஆர் லேர்னிங் இமீடியட்லி ஆஃப்டர் அவர் பேசிக்ஸ். மலஹரி. Mala means dirt. The ragam by itself removes all the unwanted things அப்படின்னு சொல்லப்படுறது. ஸோ மலஹரி. So the rendition that I will be sharing with you is in violin, is in the Shruti 2.5 or D sharp. Only the Sahityam portion is played. The Matu. Sahityam is Matu, Swaram is Dhatu. Gitams, especially first Malahari Gitam Srigananatha, we have 3 stanzas that we use. I'm not sure if there are more stanzas. If any of you know that there are more stanzas in the Gitams, please do share. Most welcome. We sing or we play the 3 stanzas that is there. And while playing in the violin or while we learn in vocal also, we first learn the swara portion and then the sahityam part. With respect to vocal, it is very easy to sing it because we sing the swaram and the sahityam is very much heard. நம்மளால சாகித்யம் கேட்க முடியறது. பட் இன் வயலின் நம்ம ஸ்வரம் வாசித்த பிறகு அதே ஸ்வரம் வாசிக்கிற மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். பட் எப்போ அந்த மாதிரி கேட்கும் அப்படின்னா ஸ்வரத்தையே திருப்பி நம்ம வாசிச்சுட்டு இருந்தாக்க. பட் சாகித்யம் அப்படிங்கிறது வரச்சு வித் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் டு வயலின், தி மேஜிக் இஸ் டன் பை தி போ. போயிங் போடுற விதத்தினால சாகித்யமாக கேட்க வைக்க முடியும் நம்ம என்ன வாசிக்கிறோமோ அதை. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், சாகித்யம் வரக்கூடிய இடங்கள், அதாவது ஒரு ஸ்வரத்துக்கு கீழேயும் வார்த்தைகள் அல்லது எழுத்துக்கள் இருக்குமே ஆனால், when you have specific words or letters for each of the swaram that you will be playing, then the bow is separate. When the lyrics continue to 3 or 4 notes, or even first or the 2 notes, how much ever notes you play it together, when the lyrics are continuous, or when you don't have a lyric separately, then it has to be bowed together. அதாவது அந்தந்த ஸ்வரத்துக்கு ஆன வார்த்தைகள் இல்லாத பொழுது, ப்ரீவியஸ் ஸ்வரத்தினுடைய சாகித்யமே கண்டினியூ ஆகும் பொழுது, அப்போது போயிங் வந்து டுகெதர் போடணும், அதாவது சேர்த்து போடணும். When you listen to the audio, you will be able to better understand what I have told you. I shall continue how you have to play the Gitam in the next audio. Now, the Gitam Srigananatha, you will try to decode it for the lyrics. The swaram is ma pa da sa sa ri ri sa da pa ma pa. That's how the swaram goes. So I hope and understand that you all, those who listen to this audio, know the swaram portion, and in that note, now I switch on to the sahityam. I'll be singing in D sharp for the benefit of most of my violin students. This holds good, the gamakam holds good for the vocal students also. And we do learn in violin as and how we sing. எப்படி பாடுறோமோ அதே மாதிரி வாசிக்கிறதுக்கான ஒரு முயற்சி எடுத்துட்டு தான் இது எல்லாமே நம்ம கற்றுருக்கோம். So for the swaram mapa dasa sari risa dapa mapa, we'll see the first lyric. The first stanza is Shri. So Now you will understand what I have spoken or what I have told in the previous audio about why you should stick on to the bowing. Why bowing is important in violin. See, ma pa da sa sari. Idhula vandu ma and pa ku there's only one lyric which is Shri. The Shri is for ma. And the pa ku undana lyric badala Shri oda and the ikaram or whatever is extended. Shri. So again, when choosing the string what you play, Shri namode, you should stick on to the second string to play the pa. You should continue to play pa on the second string so that there is no break when you play that pa. Otherwise, when you choose to play the pa on the pa open string, you will definitely break down the bow. There's also one more technique where you don't have to break your bow. We call it as a down bow. So string shift. When you do this string shift from sa to pa, when you use the down bow, you can also be continuous like Shri, but even more continuous and ரொம்ப ஸ்மூத்தா அழகா அந்த சேர்ந்து கேட்கறதுக்கான ஒரு வாய்ப்பு வந்து when you play it in the second string, it is more. So that is why we choose to do it in the second string. So Sri Gananatha. That da is Kampita Kamakam. We do the Kampita Kamakam for the da. Da sa sa ri. And here comes a main tip that I'll be sharing with you now. When you play the da sa sa ri, as violinists who have learned janta very well, we do have a very good thought of playing that sa sa as janta. But in this case, when you are going to play that sa sa as janta, what will happen is you have to play only it as sa da sa. The anuswaram for sa sa should only be da. It can't be ni because we don't have ni in this ragam. Anuswaram is generally a swaram that is played, the note that will be next below to the swaram that you are going to use. அதாவது சாக்கு நீ தான் அனுஸ்வரமாக வரும். If the ragam takes ni, whatever ni it is, either it is Kaisiki Nishadam, Kakal Nishadam or Suddha Nishadam. But for Malahari, there is no ni. So what general mistake that the students do is, okay, Sasa vandithu, let me do the janta for it. No. And okay, let me do the sasa with the da that is there. Anuswaram da irukke appo eppadi agum sahityam Gananatha. That heaviness is not needed here. So that is why we do not play that sasa as janta. We just play it as two sas. Okay, this is how you do it. Gananatha. Again, that re is a little bit of kampitam. Students who learn from me definitely or should, must, or at least will know how that re is done, what fingerings you use. Srigananatha. Sindhuravarna. Here. Gananatha Sindhu. We do continue it from sa. So that is how you link the sahityam, you sing it continuously. Otherwise, how will it sound? Gananatha Sindhura. That is Risa. That's going to be somewhat flat. So we do not play that. So we play it as Sindhura. So here Sindhu. That re is given from sa. That is you ma pa da sa sa re re sa. Instead of sticking on to that flat re, you just again take the re from sa. You start bowing your sa and then on that sa itself you start on with your re. Sindhura. And the Sindhu the sa and the transition will be on a single bow. This is where most of us do the mistake. Most of the students do mistake here. Sindhu ran, you play. Most of us play like that. See, I'm going to focus on where the mistakes comes. These are trivial, not trivial. These are minute things that we tend to skip or we do not focus on. That is where we sound differently from what it has to be exact or what the teacher is saying. Sindura, and the do should be in a bow. Sindura, the pa will be on a separate bow. Varna. Then if you want it to be even more melodious, karuna, you can, after Sindura Varna. Sindura Varna Karun. You can take down to that re from ma. You can slide down. Jaru Gamakam Kurtaklam. It's called Jaru Gamakam. You slide from ma to re. Otherwise, Karuna, that is how the next Sahityam will start. This holds good even for vocalists. Okay? Karuna Sagara. And again, when you break and sing, Karuna is unnecessary because that Gamakam is only when you continue Sindura Varna to Karuna Sagara. First of all, we should try to understand why Gamakams or why that links are. How do you link and why should you do that? Just because you know how to play the Gamakam or just because the teacher has taught you so. So when you say Sindura Varna, you break for something or you pause, okay? You pause the singing or playing. So inge nirthirkom. I'm going to do Karuna Sagaran. Karuna, do not take it. It is all about continuation. Only that continuation brings in that slide. So when you are playing continuously, the Gamakam from ma to re definitely holds good. Otherwise, that will become something unnecessary to be done. Karuna is to be done only. Sa Sindura Varna Karuna Sagara. Okay, all this will have bow. Kari. Again, here comes a tip to be noted. Da pa ma ga ri sa is played as pa da pa. That pa is only a trivial thing because it's the lead that you take the da from. Kari vadana. Again, after that kari, what you should do is you can do it on the second string, that is the sa string, with your middle finger for pa. Kari vadana. Vadana. Again, that ga to re is a slide, Jaru Gamakam, and the ga to re is, ga and re is in one bow. Because Vada, after Vada, Gari has only one lyric, so Gari is in one bow. Vadana Lambodara Lam. Again, Sari will have a single bow because Sari has only Lam. Because is half matra, மெய்யெழுத்து. So மெய்யெழுத்து is the half note that we say in other languages. So it doesn't have a separate bowing. Lam bodara la kumikara. This is the first stanza. I'll stop here. Now, Siddha Charana Gana Sevita Siddhi Vinayaka Te Namo Namo. Here, Siddha, so the same swaram, Ma Pa Da Sa Sari is having a different lyric. And how do I sound it differently in violin? Vocalists do not have any problem because they are going to sing Siddha Charana Gana Sevita. But number violinist enna pananum? We have to show that you are playing Siddha Charana. So when someone is coming or peeping in to see what you are playing, how will they know what you are playing? So when you sound it like the Sahityam, people will definitely understand what it is. So Siddha Charanaku, again, you can bow that pa on the second string or you can do it on the open string as well. But when you do the pa on the open string, that will be very good, sharp, and it will be Siddha. And when you bow, one more important aspect that you have to note down is how much I have to do. If you do ma pa na va siddha, we don't sing it that way, okay? So siddha charana, the gripping that you give when you sing, the same grip you have to give to your bow and also to your fingers. Your finger gripping will make the swarasthanam intact to be in place. The bow gripping will make the words sound clear. Siddha Charana. All those gamakams are just the same. Gana se. Here again, the dapa will have the same bow. Sevita Siddhi Vinayaka. And here comes te. Here te, the dapa to be bowed together. Namo Namo. In Lambodara Lakshmikara, as usual, you will be playing the same. And the last one, Sakala Vidyadi Pujita. Sakala, here Ma Pada, everything is in separate bow. Please note that. And Sakala Vidyadi. There's two ways of playing this. Either Sakala Vidyadi Pujita. If you are going to continuously play the word or sing it, then Sakala Vidyadi. You should try to stick on to that Sari, like that. Sakala Vidyadi Pujita. Since that would be little difficult as beginners for you to play with, what you can do is Sakala Vidyadi. That from that reza you can just shift the bow and play. And once you get used to how it has to be, then you can do it Sakala Vidyadi Poo. Again, the dapa will be in a single bow. Okay. Pujita Sarvotama Te Namo Namo. Here again, Sarvotama. Sar. You have the half syllable word Sarvotama. Sarvo Rima will be clubbed together in a bow. Pada will be clubbed together in a bow. Tama Rima Pada Ma Pa will be in separate bows. Te Namo Namo Lambodara Lakumikara. And stick on to a speed where you will not be fast and you will not be slow. This Malahari Gitam Srigananatha, when rendered in a medium paced time, will be very beautiful to listen. And பாடுறச்சையும் சரி வாசிக்கிறச்சையும் சரி வாசிக்கத்தானே வாசிக்கிறோம்னு do not be careless about where you have to split. Word split is the most important thing when the lyrics are being rendered in violin or in vocal. Vocal வர்றச்சே கண்டிப்பாக நம்ம word split அப்படிங்கிறது what I am telling is other than the தாளம், the கால பிரமாணம் and the தாளம், தாளத்துக்கு வருது அப்படிங்கிறத தாண்டி the place where you pause when you sing. You can't be singing continuously or you won't be singing continuously. அந்த மூச்சு விடுறது, the breath that you are taking speaks volumes and where you give your breath அதுக்கு தகுந்தா போல் சில பல விஷயங்கள் ரொம்ப அழகாக அமையும். So do not breathe or take a pause where the word is continuous. Srigananatha, after Srigananatha should be rendered together. Srigananatha, you can't sing like that, or if you sing like that, you can't inradha தாண்டி. When you sing like that, you are not continuous. That is not also nice to be heard. கீதம் தானே இவ்வளோ பாடினா போகிறோம் அதெல்லாமே please do not have that in mind. Whatever you render, please render with utmost devotion, dedication and determination that you should do it like this. So Srigananatha Sindura Varna again. Sindura, after that Varna, before that Varna you can pause, or if you are able to sing continuously as much as possible, that's pretty fine. So this is all about Srigananatha. Hope this will be useful for students who have already learned or who are learning and who will be learning. Ram Ram.